Okay, it looks like we are live, so welcome back. Today I'm going to be continuing to work on Kano utils, which is basically re-implementing core utils, still in C, right? Basically re-implementing it, right? So that is the idea. So working on remove still. Was working on this yesterday, did not get to finish all of the flags, so I figured I would do that today. Hopefully get it all done. Let's see, so something that I did do since last stream was I updated this. So the actual remove function. I forget to do close dir, right? So we do check that in two places, or yeah, so there's two places where we do check that. So it's not ideal. I kind of want to refactor this, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to try to implement the rest of the features and then go through and clean it up, because there is a few places that could be quite a bit nicer. But yeah, that picks it up, so there's no more memory leaks or anything like that. Okay, so yeah, I can also show that it does work. So if we run remove the test, it will remove the directory. So let's see. If I open up the man page for remove, we can look at the rest of the things. So actually, I guess we have them here. In here, so we have no preserve root and preserve root. And then one. So I think that one is just checking if the target is just slash, right? And then if it is, then say do not do that, right? Otherwise, do remove it, right? That is sort of the idea. And then also we need to make it so that we can stack flags as well, so we can do stuff like RF, right? So that's gonna be a bit different, right? It's probably gonna have to refactor this entire thing. We'll basically check if it is a dash, a single dash or a double dash, or if it's any kind of dash, right? And then get what's after that and continuously grab each character, right? That is sort of the idea. But for full ones like this, they can just be handled like that. But then if you want to, like, you can't do, so I don't think you can. I don't think you can do no preserve root, right? I don't think that is the thing that works. I can actually test that, I suppose. So let's do. Let's see. What is a flag? So one file interactive. I'm pretty sure that will not work. Yeah, so that does not work. So yeah. There we go. So that is something that we can do. We just check the words first, and then if we encounter a dash, we just grab each character after that, right? And we have to collect the flags each time as well. So that is the thing. So what does interactive do? Let's maybe look at that. So you do have when. Okay. So that's going to be interesting, because we need to grab what is after that as well. I don't quite get how that works, so I'll have to come back to that, right? One file system. Let's maybe do, so this one, right? That would not be too hard. So let's do like preserve root, right? Preserve root equals false. And then, so hey, what do we do here? If the file at any point is slash, then we want to just basically say no, right? So this is going to set preserve root equals true, and that's also the default. So actually, let me set that to default, because true is that, right? And the no preserve root just sets it to false. So preserve root equals false. Okay, so when we remove, so when we actually call it, maybe right after this. So we can go here. And I guess we'll just check right here if string there. So that should be safe to do. So we can do file name, and then because that's coming from argc or argv rather, and then we're also using string literal, so they should all be safe. We don't have to like check them or anything like that. Safe to just call this, and then let's see, we have dash dash not dash dash, wait, just slash. So we'll just check that. Well, okay, not one. We'll just use string there. Then I don't know what it outputs, and I don't want to test it. So printf cannot move see no preserve. Alright. We'll fprintf that, and then I'm just gonna, well, I'll just continue on with that after. So we'll just like continue to the next iteration, right? We will, so we'll do that, printf, and then want to equals shift rc rb and continue, right? And yeah, that should go to the next one. So that should be fine. So we don't want to call anything else down here. if that is the case. So I'm just going to assume that that works because I don't want to test it again. I'll have to set up a virtual machine or something like that if I decide to test it again. That is fine. Okay, those two are done. So now we have R, so recursive. That's going to be interesting. Let me look at this one file system and then we'll get to that. Actually, that requires recursive first. So we should do recursive. I think that makes sense. So I reckon what we can do is we'll need a function, right? So this will be traverse directories. Maybe remove the recursive. Right. So if it's a directory, then we'll basically traverse down it. And we basically just need to descend the directories, right? So we can open a directory like this. And then we can read from it. So I think that is something like read dir. Yes, we can continuously read it. So I think that will work. And then we can get different values from it depending on that. So I think what we'll do, first of all, we need to open the directory. Well, maybe we can even just pass it here. Let me look at dir. That returns a dir pointer. So maybe I will use that instead of this void here. And actually, let me, first of all, I just want to make sure it all still compiles. So let's remove recursively. That's not taking anything at the moment. And let me see if it compiles. So function declaration isn't a prototype. Okay, I don't know why it is not, but that's fine. Oh, that's just warnings. That's not a big deal. So this, it's going to take a directory. Let's call it dir, right? And then we will read the directory and then traverse it, right? That's actually a pointer. Dir. So we need to, right, so we don't have to worry about closing it here. We can handle that all in here. So I suppose what we'll do is if, first of all, we'll read the directory. So what does that return again? That one, we can look at this. So it returns a struct data. Okay. Read there. That's a dir there. Equals that. It's a pointer to it as well. Okay, we can do that. And then we can do, if it is a file, remove it. Otherwise, we want to call it again on here, but we want to continuously do this, so I think we can make a wall for this. So we can do, I don't know why I defined it like that. Let's see, file, like that. Okay. What we can do here is actually, I think we can define it in here. If we put something like structure, well, do this. If it's file, let's call it file. I think it's fine. I think you can do that. I'm not entirely sure, and if that does not work, then I will restructure it. If we do that, we can check what the file is. So we can look here. Really, what I'm going to worry about now is directory, and then I think there's like regular. Yeah, directory and regular. So that is the type in the directory. So if dtype equals treg, so it's a regular file, so that means we want to just remove it, right? We can just remove the file, but how do we actually do that? I'm not quite sure. Right, we'll get back to that. Otherwise, else if file dtype equals dtdir, then we want to call remove recursively on that file, so on that directory. And that is a dir int. So how do we get the actual thing? I don't know how that works. Let me look. This is the file name actually. So dname. Open dir. Let's actually define this. Let's do dir new dir. Equals open dir. We can use file dname. Right. And this can actually be remove file dname. Open dir, recursively open dir, but instead new dir, and then we can But we do have to check for errors and whatnot here, but we'll get back to that. And then we want to close dirt. That's not how you do that. It's actually open dirt. There we go. Close dirt, new dirt. Want to close it, make sure we close it, and then we should be good. So that should remove it. Get rid of this. Alright, so let's see if that compiles at all. VT reg undeclared. So we need, it's like D types or something like that. Actually, I think we need Durant. That's what it is. Oops. There we go, Durant. It's still no DT reg. So let me look at, I don't think it is. No. So is it in type? So it's sys/type, something like that. Alright, where is DT dirt? Does it say in here? Let me look. So D type is that. Type. Alright, I cannot tell, so where is DT dirt? Let me see if I can find it. Define the new source at the top. Alright, can we do that? Otherwise, we could just like take the literal, right? There we go. Still no. Okay, so I don't know how to do that. Default source. Okay, that does not work. Okay, so if we can't do that, what is the value of it? I don't. Hang on, give me a second, because I have. I'm just looking quickly. Might be defined. Let's see, is it? We already have dirt actually, so I can get rid of that. Define in here. Do I have that included already? I do not seem to. It is not. It's looking in Kano, because we do use this in here. So let me see if I am just. Okay. DT rank undeclared. Rank undeclared. Let's see. I do not know what it is. Oh, it shouldn't repeat it. Alright, so I just need to let me try this one, and then if that does not work, then I will just get the actual values. Yeah, okay, so that's not gonna work out. It's fine. So DT, what is the value? Well actually, is that not gonna work? So I don't know. Let me actually just make F. Here, and actually the character it's in, so let's put that, and then right, just break out, and we'll see what it is when we call it. So we just go up here, just return 0. Set var 2. What to call remove recursively on. It's actually don't. Okay, maybe I don't want to quite do that. I'll put it here, and then I can just pass something. So we can use the file. But we need to open their file. I'm not going to check it. It's just a text thing. Okay, let me make sure. Get rid of this one. Alright, let me make sure. Nope, we still have BP records, right? On or right, these aren't right. Right. I need to print out the file the. Okay, and let's see. So can I use that? Text. RM. Text. Alright, print it out nothing. Let me print it out as an integer. 4, okay. Text 2. Text 2. That, oh yeah, because I tried to open the dirt. That is not quite working, is it? Well, no, but if we go into text and we actually touch text. Okay. Alright, so 4 is this, right? Is that, let's see. Is that the first name we read? Or, well, what if we continue here? We can print all of them. Except it might just go in a loop forever, right? 484. Okay. So, those are probably directories, right? So if I go to here and I remove text. 4, 4. Okay, so 4 must be a directory, right? That is what I can get here. Then 8 is, so I'm just going to assume that's right, but if it is not, well, that's obviously going to be a bit of a problem, but bt dir is 4, and then define bt reg is 8. Right, so I'll just use that for now, and hopefully it works, and then I can figure out a better solution in the future. This is reg. Bt dir. Alright, let's try that. So I think something like this should work. So let me compile that, and I remove the defines for some reason. Okay, remove text. Segfault. Okay. So what segfault? Well, let's see. Could be from that. It said it's null terminated, right? I just want to make sure. Pretty sure it said null terminated file. Yes. All right. So we should be okay with that. Let me actually. Let's see. So we can actually we can do that. That should be fine. So. Right. So let me run GDB and see what's going on. Actually, I don't know if I can run GDB. There is no debug. Yeah, okay, no, it's just me. It does not. Alright, so I can't do that. Oh, that's fine, that's fine. So, let's see, where do we get to in here? Well, maybe we can just print as we continue, right? So we print final the four. Okay, so 4 works, and then it ends. Let's see. Why does it end? Okay, we can do else. I'm gonna print an error here. Yeah, so let's do this. Later. Let's crash stuff. Okay. With that, let's see. So when do we? This might be wrong, actually. Okay, let me go ahead and what if I read dir. Let me just set it again at the end. Instead of doing that weird stuff. Dir. Communication's getting weird and stuff, that's alright. So it did get stuck in a loop there, I think. So I think it's just going forever. So let's see. Is the... Oh, I might be trying to print an old thing here? Well... Alright, well, let me look at this. So what does... So that returns null, right? If the end of the directory string is reached, null is returned and error null is not changed. Okay, so it might set an error, but we don't. It's not always setting it there. So let's see. Reader, and we go there. Do we call remove on? If I text in here, right? But we don't want to remove dot. That is not a thing that you can do. So that might be the issue. Right, that might be. Let's see. Let me see if we get into that branch, right? We do not. Okay, so we go here. And we call it recursively on the new dir. Okay, but what we're going to do is... Oh, shoot. Actually, that could have been a problem. So we need to make sure if, file data, so we need to actually compare it. Is dot, right? So let's do if dot. Right, so any dot. So if it is dot or dot dot, we don't want to give it. Right, we want to just well, actually, we want to do two things, right? We want to set there's a reader there, and then we want to continue. Okay. Test is a directory. Okay. Did it remove anything? Not remove anything. So it said that is a directory. Wait, what? Well, okay, we have the same name. So let's move it to test 5. Test 2, test 5. Or 54, sure. Cannot remove file test 54. Why can it not remove? I don't. You might need to change into that directory. Yes, that makes sense. Did not think about that. You had changed the directory. So we can, right, because we can call that on the file, but it doesn't exist. From this point of view, so we need to change the directory. So how do we, what is that called again? So it is something, whoops, that's not right. Chitter, I think. Yeah, chitter, so we need to chitter into the new directory. So to chitter into file union. Hang on. So we have this reader. Yeah, so we want to move into the file and then do this. Okay, that I think will work. So we do need to check this here. So what is this return? That's not one. Integer. So return value 0 will return, otherwise -1. Okay, so we'll just sugar equals -1, then we'll print an error. Okay, so just could not change directories, and we'll exit. Okay, we want to remove person, so we should be in the correct directory now. But we do want to go back afterwards. So how do we do that? At the end, we want to change the directory again. Right. So okay, so we change the directory, and this will cause the directory named by the 102 by that to become the current working directory. Should we have to, well, that did not fail. Right, so we did not change the directory properly, so we need to, when we enter here, maybe we want to do this instead of doing it in here. Okay. So if we do that, and then we do at the end, like do that. No, so it still doesn't change the directory. Oh shoot, we need to do that before we, well, hang on. Read the directory, that's fine. We don't want, yeah, we don't want to change it to that, so that's not. What is dir, right? Can I see that? So that is reader, right? No, that is open dir. Turns dir, and yeah, so that doesn't have any information in it, so that's not. But we really want to do it here. We are still doing it there, I guess. Okay, let me see. Let's print the name. Okay, dot, and test 54. So we are reading from the directory, but we're not moving there. So what we need to do actually is when we call that, right, we want to change dir. Right, so it's just going to assume that you're calling on the file for now. And then if was make 1, then could not change directories. And exit with 1. Okay. You want to do that before we go in there. Yeah, that makes sense. Then, anytime that we call that, we still want to do this. And that is wrong. 3. Standard error. Okay. Seg fault. So why a seg fault? Let's perhaps search. Okay. So we cannot assert dir. Because now we can't open the directory. That's right. That makes sense. So, I mean, let's see, we could do dot slash. That is the, like, we open the directory there, or can we open dir dot? Right, so that's the current directory, right? Okay, hang on. That didn't remove it. Okay, if I go into here, and I make dir 1, 2, 3, dir 4, 5, 6, and then cd into 4, 5, 6, and touch that, and go here and touch that. Right, and then remove the test. Slash, okay. Could not change directories. Okay, so there was a point where it could not change directories and it could not remove the file. Alright, so it couldn't do anything. Okay. So, test. It could not remove that file there. Because it was trying to change into the directory. So we need to do, we do need to go back at the end. So, hang on. But we need to keep track of the depth, right? How far we go down. Is that right? Okay. Do we need to? Because then, like, we could know how many times to go back. So maybe we can do that. So then we need to, after we call this, want to do 4, 0, or 5 is less than that. Plus, and we want to just call this many times. So I should probably make a macro or function for this, considering we have reused it several times now. I just want to do that for dot dot. Right, and do that many times. So we need to do that plus 1, right? And then we can start at 0 here. And we want to do the same thing, but we don't need to worry about that yet. So that is 0 to start. Yes, we need to change this as well. Okay, so I still could not change directories. And you gotta traverse through them all as well, so that's interesting. That's probably because we moved downward, so that makes sense actually. So once I go there and did not couldn't let me just change it so I can see if it is that one or this one. Yeah, so this one. So this one failed. But it is a directory. So it's a directory, but we could not move here. Why did that fail? Does it set error no? Error no will be set. Okay, so we could actually output error no, right? That's like that. No is int. Okay. So what can we get from error no? Wait, is that not how you use error? I don't remember how to use it. Hang on. How do you read? No such file or directory. Okay, so that's the error again. So no such file or directory. It's trying to change into what directory is it that we're changing into? So actually there. So 456. Okay, so it's trying to go to 456. Let's see. Let's sort of follow the path it goes here. So it reads 123, which is the first directory. So it goes into there. And it displays these two. And then it goes back out. And it displays these. But it might not have gone back out. Okay. That was better. It didn't crash. Did not remove everything. Because it did not remove any directories. So what we need to do is then afterward delete the directory, right? So we can call remove the directory. We could even make a remove dir function. Remove the directories. And then that would we could use parts of it. So let's do that. Move dir, and we'll just pass the file t name, so that the file is still going to be the same here. So I can actually file. So remove dir, so we will make that. And it will just take a char file. And it will work basically the same, right? Right, so we can take the remove dir stuff from here. So, right, if we call this, we're just going to assume that's going to work, right? So it's basically just going to move the directory. So, remove. And we can do this for both stuff as well. Right, so I think pretty much that's it, right? First of all, we need to, well, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we don't have this. We just want to close dir. We do not have, but we do want to exit. Yeah, void. So we'll just do void. Okay. You remove all those. So then we just need to remove the last directory at the end, right? So we can, well, we can't really do that from here. So we need to do that at the end here. Right. This isn't actually how it's going to be set up. I just want to get it move dir. Don't remove that one. I don't know if we are allowed to do that. Okay, because that's con. Alright, yeah, that makes sense. But what we can do instead is, well, really, we should be expecting a constant one anyway. But no, we want to change it and want to go slash 4. Not that slash, what is that? 4 slash 2. I'm saying y is less than depth. We don't have depth here. Well, we should be back there, so we can just do one thing. Again, remove dirt. Alright. Okay, remove test. Did remove it. Okay, enter test. CD test. Enter 1, 2, 3. CD 1, 2, 3. Touch help. Touch wall. Let's do that. Test, and it removed everything. Okay, perfect. So that worked out actually pretty well. So this is what we need to call to recursively remove. So this can be, that's what we need to do if R and is the directory. So we can take this, and I think we can just move it up here. So if is dir, let's see, where do we actually do that? So just go there, put that in there. And what I'm going to do is just check if this is not implemented and recursive. Right, so we'll just call it recurse. That is where we want to do all this stuff. So for any time this directory we want to do that. And we can so can we just well, hang on. So if recurse this is just pain, right? You can make that. So right? So I'll need to set up these and go to it a bit nicer, but here's we don't have that. So we need bool recurse false. So it'll be false by default, right? And then we can add this here and set recurse equal to true. Alright, and vector test. And then we move test 2. That did not work because I forgot to remove this. Okay. Right. Just like that. Alright, so let's see if that will work. So test 2, that gets removed. Yes, that's test 2. And then remove test, and that should fail. But if I do dash D test, it should also fail. So I should probably mention why that failed, but we can do R, and that did not work. Okay, test is a directory, so what do we have that? Is a directory. Shoot, because we checked this first. And then not recurse. There we go, and that exited. I do want to get rid of those print signals though. So let's go here and get rid of that. And there we go. Go test, package test, package hello, rm-r. So not dash r, just test. Test, can't remove that. Dash r, test. And it does remove it. Okay, so that works. Alright. So there is going to be times where it will not be able to do that. Right, if there's like permission errors or whatever. But that will fail accordingly. And then we want to be able to do the F flag as well. So that goes with the flag stack. And dash R. I'll push it as well. It's just to a secondary branch, so it's all good. So we do have that thing. So that is good. Let's see, what else? So I do need to, go through some of the stuff. Like this main function. I think, we can probably handle the flags in here. I think that's fine. Then after that, maybe this should be a function call, you know? I don't want the main to get too long. But let's see, so we have a few more. So, one file system and interactive. So I don't know what the one file system is. Removing a hierarchy recursively, skip any directory that is on a file system different from that of the corresponding command line argument. How do you check that? Let's see, check file system. I do not know how that works. Not in Windows, right? Stat fs. Okay. Stat fs. System call returns information about a mounted file system. Path is that. So we pass the path. So we need to continuously get it. That's how it works. So hey, let me look at the return type, right? Stat fs. So returns an integer. Oh, but we pass that in there, and it probably fills in that buffer, right? It's a lot of stuff. I just want to check if it's the same or different, right? So that is a thing. Is denied for a component of the path prefix of that path. Alright, that's error. On success error is returned. Okay, let's go back to the top and write a mounted file system. Path is the path name. Buff is a pointer to the setf structure defined appropriately as follows. Type of file system. Can I just do a mem compare and see if they are exactly the same? Is that something that succeeds? Alright, I don't really have a way to test this because I don't have other file systems mounted that I can easily use right now. Because some of my hard drives broke, so that is a problem. But I think I can try to implement it, right? So let's see. So let's look at this. So let's define the current file system, right, as just a global variable, and it is what? So it is struct. This is the wrong thing. Let's also include that. /bfs dot. Okay, I forgot to run the clean stuff before I do that as well. That's fine. So struct stat fs file system. And boolean one file system equals false. And we'll set it to true, and then we populate this. Right, so we'll set it to null by default. We'll grab these and we'll go here. So if we do one file system, then this will equal true, and this actually we need to grab of the current. Well, we can just do. I think we can do that. Hey, how you doing? What is up? We can do this. We pass the pointer to current file system. So that's actually how we're going to do that. So we don't need to set anything here. So if that is not equal to 0, then we have an error. So in printf static error, could not get file system. It's equal to 1. Okay. I get rid of this. So one file system, so that should get the file system. Make sure it compiles. Each variable, that is fine. That is 2 pointers, so this needs to be. Can be, that's fine. So we just pass that. We will do this. Oops. Go right here and there we go, that should be fine. Each variable. Wait, we don't want to define this. My bad. So if I do, and it doesn't really matter what I'm doing, if I remove one file system on test, one file dash system. So okay, I'm assuming it worked. It did not fail, so that's good. And then I just want to can I compare current file system, and I just compare it to current file system. And the size of stack.fs, I think it was, and then if that, then I will just exit it. So that should succeed since they are the same thing. Starting a cat in this project, but sadly, I have school tomorrow, so I have to go to sleep. Alright, all good. Oh, okay, wait, you made that, poll request? Is that what it was? Yeah, right here. Is this you? Because I didn't look at the code yet, but I did see that you made it. Yes, alright, very nice. Appreciate that, that's very cool. Okay. Alright, well, have a good night. Have a good night. Yes. Did not exit, so I think it is something wrong here. Let's see. Not mem copy, mem compare. Not no him mem. Stupid. Mem compare. Should compare it, right? And bytes. Less than equal to or greater than 0 if first. Wait, what? For a non. What? The sign is determined by the sign and difference between that. Actually, I see if it's true. So what is wrong with that? Now, okay, so must not say properly. Not sure what that's about, but okay. Okay. Let's see. So that is correct. And then if I'll just make another one, right? That is basically a copy of the current one. So if we mem copy into new file system, we copy current file system. Right, so I'm just testing it, but I want to make sure it will at least somewhat work since I cannot actually test it right now. We can make, we can declare this struct stack.fs new file system 0. Let's just do that. Well, actually, I can just do that. I don't need to copy anything, right? And I can just compare that to 0. Right, because this is what I will use to compare each one. It is not equal to 0. Then that means we have an issue. Yes. Okay, so that does work. So we can use that. So we do want to get that, and then we want to do it again for each one in the recursive, right? In here for every file and whatnot. So this is only going to be called when we are recursively doing it. So we want to get not the current file system, but we want to make a new one. New file system, and then we want to compare them. It's not equal to 0. We want to printf. Here, let's see, the file system is not right. Let's see. So what we want to do is skip any, or we just want to skip it. So we want to so we can just do equals read word parent and continue. Right, so just skip over it and that should be fine. Test TV test 3 test 5 test just auto test. Cannot remove file test. Okay, that just failed. Why did it fail? Oh, well, hang on. Shouldn't have failed anyway, but we need to get rid of this as well. This is only the directory, so this is dir. Yes, that's what it's failing. Why does that fail? Let's remove those. Actually, something. Okay, file is on a different file system. Skipping. Right, but we only want to check this if one file system is true, but it shouldn't be this anyway. Okay, I forgot to provide that as well. So this is file the name. Alright, so that does not work. This needs to be a file the name anyway. It's not equal to 0. Skip it, wait, what? S3 is on a different file system. Dot is on a different file system. So why are they different? Is it, does it contain the location? So maybe I can't just compare it like that. Let's see, is there something with that? Let's see. Compare stat Fs. How do we can compare them, right? To see if they're the same. Let's see. Errors, versions, that's not. Why is it 0? So what is... So they are different, but... First of all, we're only doing this if one file system. That is quite important. I'll make that work again, right? What did I not do? Let me do test 5. Why? Why could it not move it? We have changed the directory properly. Did the current directory not, is it not correct? That is the problem. Right, so now we have definitions from that. I guess we need to go deeper into that. So we do that, for the def. Maybe, we'll print again here. So just, print f. File name, just to see sort of trace it, right? So we go ... So we look at that, but then we go test 3. Test 3. Let's see. Alright, I do have to go in like 15 minutes or so, probably. But I want to see if I can finish this first. So test 3. Then we go put that, but we don't traverse that, right? Because it starts with one of those. We do actually want to check that up here as well. Oh, well, that's fine, actually. So, right, we do not do this. We skip over, so we keep going. Test 3, and then test 5. Okay. I don't know why I can't move it, though. And then it looks inside test 5. It's empty. So did it not go back afterward? Okay. So did it not do this properly? +1. I actually want to do that differently. Right. Because look at that. Maybe we want to pass depth as a pointer. That can be changed. We'll do one of or we just want to do this once. That could be it as well. Because we only... Yeah, because if we encounter another directory, it will do that itself. So is that... That was indeed the issue. Okay. Yes, that was just a stupid thing on my part. So do we even use that? Yeah. That. We do that, but that's the only place that we use it is for that, because that is not needed. So we can get rid of that. Yeah. That, and go here and get rid of it. Yeah. Just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. Remove the recursive. And then, alright, get rid of this. Alright, so that's much better. It looks cleaner as well. So, good test. Yeah, so we're testing this. So it thinks it's on a different file system. And you cannot actually test multiple of them, so let me just do if not, so we can just do it, even if it's not. Robot 10K follow. Thank you, I appreciate that. So let's make there another. Right, we have another one in there. Remove -r test. It should fail. No, it should not fail. I mean, oh, it's tracing again. I want to get rid of that. Okay, running test. Here another. And then I want to wait, no, so that didn't fail that time. Watching a YouTube video right now and loving it. Thank you, I appreciate that. Alright, very cool. Let's see. Okay, now it did. Different file system, skipping. Different file system. So we do want to check that first. We can even check it here because it's not gonna, well, I guess one could start with a dot. So maybe we don't want to skip over just dot. We want to compare if it's dot or if it is dot. Right? And the name, right? If it is both of them. You can just use string compare in that case. And it should be safe to do that for this. Then do that. Okay, so we skip over both of those. But then I want to move them up here, because regardless, we want to check that. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So we don't have to check it in there. Alright, so another is on that. Why is it? Yeah, so things on another file system. So we can't just directly compare like that. So how do you compare? That on the file, we can compare that. File system. Okay, we could look at the FSID. That makes sense. So what is that? Can I look at that? FSID. Let's see. File system ID, yeah. Can I just compare the pointers to them? So if I do file system fs ID, file system fs ID, and actually we don't need to do that. Compare those. Okay. Remember named fs. Oh yeah, it's ID. If it's fs ID underscore 2. That is ready underscore is at. Okay. Doesn't have that. Is there something else? F. Okay. I was looking at the type. Okay. Make. And that's still not F. That's what it is. Okay. Apparently I can't read. Okay. Yeah, I see. Okay. That should be correct. Let me try that. Alright, so still things on a separate one. Because we're comparing two lots, right? Size of FSIDT. Size doesn't exist. FSIDT. I mean, I would assume it is like 8 bytes or something like that, but I'm not sure. D. Assign integer. Okay, wait. Oh, that's PID though. Can we just check equal equal though? File system dot FSID equals equal new file system dot FSID. And great. I'll just do that. Yeah, so that does not work. Okay, so it just has 2 underscores. Alright, and then pretty fast. Different files. Okay, so that's still not right. SID. Why does it not have underscores here? Why can I not look at FSID? How do you... Is there a proper way to compare them? Okay. Field. Once they match, you find the appropriate and can use that. Okay. FFSID. So you can't compare them directly like that. What's the type? Wait, if I use this, it works, right? It's not including garbage data. Yes. Okay. Alright, so we read the new file system on there into new file system. Okay, let's see, can I just look at statfs? That's what I'm looking at. Can I look at maybe this package? Let's see, VFS.h. I can even look at the header file, I guess. So let's include, and then let's sys slash VFS dot H, and look at that. Stat FS. Stat FS. Okay, and can I see its ID? Its ID. Don't have that. Bits. Stat event. Okay, this looks like something. We do have SF, but what is this defined? Types. Okay, let's look at types. That makes sense, actually. Hey, Alavaz, how you doing? What is up? FS ID. Okay. FS ID type. Standard type. Features. Is there? Oh shit, this is big 5. Okay. Is not found. SSH2E app with bubble tea and wish. Cool, cool. What is wish? Have you told me about that before? You might have. How to compare those? SSH Go Helper. Okay, okay. Cool, cool. And how's that go? That's ID. Alright, look at this, I guess. Define in that. Struct that, containing that field. So that it is that. From Charlie, so the team to find mobile. Okay, okay, cool, cool. Pair. Alright, how can we something else that would be helpful? Flags, because those aren't, you know? Compare the file system. Let's see. Prime building a startup of a cup shop where you buy using SSH. Really? I did not see that one. Is that a new one? That's an interesting idea. Let me compare the files. File system, let me see. I don't. Not that, you know, but, yeah, file system. This one might have to wait because I do have to about go. BFS. Maybe we can look at that. That might be more useful, right? The script is you. Okay, so that and that. So all of these things. Alright, that's just the timeout, so then we can compare it, right? So let me try that. So instead of opening it with that, BFS, it should be the same other thing. What do you mean? Yeah, okay, it's in a different thing. Stack BFS. Nope. Food sys/stat BFS.h. Alright, actually it returns a different structure, so that actually makes it. Stat, what is it? BFS, yeah. Okay. BFS, okay. And then move-r test. So on a different file system. Okay. But we should be able to just compare it directly since it is not a special type like that. Current file system .fsid is not equal to file system .sid. Then 69. Okay. That actually runs. So they are not equal, so that is already not right. So they are different. So I don't know what we can use to uniquely identify. Number of that. It's the only occurrence of it. So why are they not the same? I print them out. Let's see. File system.fsid. New file system.fsid. 0. Okay. The current file system is not right. Shoot, I know why. Okay, oh my gosh, I am actually kind of stupid. We don't set it unless we pass this flag. It's true. So we can do that, and then we'll be able to do that. Okay. Yeah, I'm stupid. So it was not setting it the whole time. And yeah. So we can do that, and then and just will automatically send it to. I'm not sure if that's how RNA works, but we can try that. One file system test. Let's see, there you go. File. System. Oops. Why did that not work? Okay, there we go, that did work. And I think it did work. Okay, so that does work now. So we can just compare those, and then it's not equal that. Then we'll do this stuff. Okay, yeah, so I got stuck for a long time because I was stupid. So we do that now. We still don't have a way to set multiple flags, but we can go test and see test, and we can test 2, and we can do one file system test, and it does remove it. Okay, so that is good. So I'm assuming it will work then, based on that, because it should be based on the file system. Okay, yeah, so there is some stuff that I have to do. Let me run that. I do have to go though, so let me run plain format on rn.c, and I want to do -i. And see, I just want to make sure it all looks good. Okay, hit add. implement -r, and well, and we need that. So 1 file system. Hit push. Okay, so I do have to go. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.